Welcome to YUKO. Today, we are going to do downward facing dog and engage our core. Downward facing dog is the almighty pose we all know. Most of our yoga class has a downward facing dog in it. You can rest in it and you can stretch your body in it. And today, we use downward facing dog to engage our core. So we're just gonna dive into downward facing dog. Come into downward facing dog however you like. So, and eye gaze between legs. Keep your feet about hip width to start with. And just find your diaphragm and pelvic floor. Pelvic floor is a space between sitting bones and pubic bone and tailbones. So, and diaphragm is right under your rib cage and they are facing each other. And use your inhale to pull it apart, create more space between diaphragm and pelvic floor. And exhale, so you are not sweating back, your spine stay neutral. Inhale to create space between pelvic floor and diaphragm. And release with exhale. Another inhale, more space between diaphragm and pelvic floor. And relaxing exhale. Do one more, lengthening the space. And exhale, relax. And if you needed to take a child pose and rest your wrist, you can do that. We're going to take a child pose between flow so your wrist won't be too tired. So roll your wrist and coming up to downward facing dog and start with eye gaze between legs and stepping right hand forward, little farther than left hand, and just focus on the right side of your core. So take a deep inhale. And exhale, ground your right heel and right hand and lift your hips. Another inhale, ground your right hand and right foot. And exhale, move your right sitting bone away from your hands and foot. Another inhale, ground your hands and foot. Exhale, move your sitting bone away from hands and foot. Do one more inhale. Stay here out. Now bring your right hand, same spot next to the left hand. And bring your feet a little closer and take a deep inhale. Now exhale, bend your left knee and twist your pelvis to the right. So your chest is facing down. You just bend your left knee and twisting chest to the right. And inhale, bring your pelvis to neutral position. And exhale, twist your pelvis to the right. Inhale to the center. And exhale, twist your pelvis to the right. And two more, inhale. Exhale, twist your pelvis to the right. Complete exhale, fold your exhale, 3, 2, 1. Last time, inhale. Exhale, twist your pelvis to the right. And complete exhale, and hold your exhale, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center. Take a child pose to catch breath. Full inhale. And relaxing exhale. Another inhale. You can shake your wrist or roll your wrist before moving on to other side. And when you're ready, let's coming back to downward facing dog. Feet about hip width, and if possible, keep your legs straight, eye gaze between legs, and moving left a little bit in front of your right hand. And we're going to engage space between right hand to the sitting bone to the right foot. So inhale to ground your hands and foot, and exhale, move your left sitting bone away from hands and foot. Inhale to stabilize your hands and foot. And exhale, lift your left sitting bone away from hands and foot. 2 more. Inhale, release. Exhale, more space between hands and foot. Hands and sitting bone and foot. Do one more. Inhale. And exhale, bring your left hand to the neutral position. And bend your right knee. And we're going to twist your pelvis to the left. So chest stays square. Take a deep inhale, lengthening spine. Exhale, twist your pelvis to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist your pelvis to the left. Keep your chest square. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist your pelvis to the left. 2 more. Inhale to the center. Exhale, twist your pelvis to the left, complete exhale. Hold your exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to the neutral position. And exhale, twist your pelvis to the left, complete exhale, flattening stomach. And hold your exhale, 3, 2, 1. Knee to the floor, child pose, catch breath. Pull, inhale, and exhale, shake your hands and rest, loosen up. We are going back to downward facing dog for the one more time. So when you're ready, coming up to downward facing dog. Again, diaphragm and pelvic floor facing each other. A full inhale to expand the space. And stay here out. Now next time inhale, slowly move your spine forward to plank pose. Now exhale, slightly round your back to squeeze space between rib cage and IH joint. And inhale to lift your hip, stay engaged, go keep your stomach squeezed. And exhale, lengthen spine to downward facing dog. 2 on the same floor. Inhale, slowly move into plank pose. Spine stay neutral. And exhale, round your lower back to squeezing abdominal muscle. And keep muscle squeeze. Inhale, lift your hip, lift your hip, lift your hip, lift your hips. Exhale, release your tummy, downward facing dog. Last one, inhale, extending spine forward, so you're lengthening abdominal muscles. And exhale, round your back to start contracting abdominal muscle. And inhale, lift your hip to squeezing up, squeezing core. And exhale, downward facing dog to release your core. Now, coming back to child pose. And catch breath and So relax your rest, relax your stomach. Stay here long as you need. How are you feeling? How's your core feeling? How's your upper body feeling? So we float to engage core, but being downward facing dog, we are strengthening upper body as well. Hopefully your whole body is charged up and you enjoy the flow, and this flow was helping somebody somewhere today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like my video, follow my channel, and come see me more. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.